Second half about to get underway. Hawthorn to the city end. They lead the Bombers by 8 points. Nice bounce. Slightly favours McAvoy for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Langford for Hawthorn. Tumbles the ball forward. Socking the ball off the ground was McGrath, his debut game. The number one draft pick, he'll get it again. He charged through, he bodylined the ball. That was terrific play. Bounces it towards Hooker. Wasn't a kind bounce. Langford for the Bombers. Fantasia, was he legged? No. Flicks a handball over the top to Langford for the Bombers again. Can't keep it in. The ball goes out of bounds and we'll have it tossed in deep inside the Bombers' forward 50.
So deep forward pocket for Essendon at the punt road end. So the Bombers now chasing a lead. They've had it most of the night. The Hawks, last half of the second term, they claim it. They lead by 8 points. 20 around from the Bombers' goal. 20 plays around the footy. Little spill out towards Zach Merritt. That pass might have come from Tommy Mitchell. Errant one, and Merritt had a flying shot and kicked a point. So 7 points now as a lead to the Hawks. Seconds into the third term. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard. Birchall at full back to bring it back in. Called to kick it now by the umpire. Left foot drop punt outside defensive 50. Vickery will go third back with Stratton. Stood in front. Knew the body pressure was coming from behind. Strong enough to take a one grab mark. Kick towards the wing. The leader was Bruce. Got out away from young McGrath. Takes the mark. Just waits for the lead. The player who came to him was Shields. Marks now a long kick to full forward. Good transition from the Hawks. Back of the pack, Smith. The ball bounced away from Gleeson. Ran in and kicked the goal. That's his first. Bagley got there too late. And the Hawks are out to a 13-point lead. They're 7-10-52. The Bombers 5-9-39. 1.5 third term. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
They moved it well. A couple of things happened there. Luke Bruce just slipped out the back and young McGrath lost him. Didn't really know where he went. So took his eyes off the footy. That allowed them to get some overlap footy. And then the long ball went into Isaac Smith. And he had the A1 position against the young man Gleeson. But the thing that Gleeson did, he turned around and he took his eyes off the footy first, but then he took his eyes off Isaac Smith. So in the whole contest, he'd taken his eyes off A, the player first, and then B, the footy. So he had to keep his eyes on one of them to know what was going on. He didn't keep his eyes on either, and unfortunately fell over, and Isaac Smith kicked an easy goal.
Bulldog and Tiger champ Nathan Brown, Seabus special comments for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Langford for Hawthorn, tumbles it inside 50. Rioli shoves the Shies 10 foot into the back of Hartley. And a whistle on played. I think it goes to Hartley. For Rioli. Well, I think he's entitled to do that, Brownie, is he not? Put his foot up.
I think he is.
Protect himself in the marking contest, but the umpire thought otherwise. Bagley, handball. Not sure it was meant for Zach Merritt, but he's been dacked in the meantime. Got away, kept the ball and pumps it inside 50. Danaher presented well. Hampel could have given the handball off to Zaharakis. Horatio Fantasia, bouncing ball. Zaharakis with Burgoyne. Burgoyne couldn't get there. Fantasia, Horatio Fantasia's got 3. There's an early contender for goal of the year. Snapped it over the left bar shoulder on a tight angle. And the Bombers get a quick one back. 6-9-45, 7-10-52, 3 gone, third term. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
There's players I love in this competition, Swatter, who back themselves in to kick these goals. And they're not the favoured players of teammates sometimes. But Horatio Fantasia is one of them. He had a goal since then that not many other players have. Alex Basolo's another one. They just know where the goals are and bugger everybody else. If I'm anywhere within 45 and I can sniff one like Horatio did then, I'm going to kick it.
219 games he played like that, Baz. It was all about Browning.
Yes, as it should be. For McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy. The Bombers get one back. Hawks by 7 points, and they're going to burst out of the centre here. It's grabbed by Langford for Hawthorn. Long kick to rough-headed full forward. Can't mark, punched away from him. Ground level footy. Underground hand pass to Bagley. Toe pokes it off the ground. All Hawks around him. Showmakers will get there first. Punched it back to Bruce. Won't break the tackle at Goddard, but he hand passes to Langford. Kick along the ground. Gleeson's got to stand and wait for it to bounce. Rioli all over him with a beautiful tackle. Ambrose has got it. Hand pass Watson. Hand pass Bagley. Hawks fans howling. Tackle not rewarded. Goddard kicks towards the wing. Defensive side to Fantasia. Tackle Shields and the ball's out of bounds.
So we'll have it tossed in, right half forward flank, northern side, city end. That's the end that Hawthorn attack. Let's head around the grounds just quickly, please, Brownie.
Yeah, 57 to the Brisbane Lions, 16 to the Gold Coast Suns. It's a margin of 43 points up there.
Near map aerial imagery. Heppel was away, dished a handball off to Merritt, and the Hawthorn player's been cleaned up. Langford He's been pretty good tonight, Brownie, for Bosch Tools.
Oh, he's been outstanding tonight, Will Langford. Back to the form we saw him in the finals a few years ago.
And the kick from Tommy Mitchell was in the direction of Ruff, and Ruff's back doing what Ruff did before he had a spell, and it's good to see him back. Robbo, Bob, don't team up.
Yeah, Langford off, talking to the doctors, got an accidental Heppel hip. So they're going to have a look at him, just got it head high.
So Ruff will kick to the Hawthorn supporter end, the city end of the MCG.
He's got a fair amount of strut about him, Ruff, when he takes a good mark.
Yeah. And goals. And he's back. That's his first for the year. He's the new skipper, and look at the response from the teammates. They all get around him, every single one of them. And why wouldn't they? He's had his challenges, but he's fit and he's healthy and he's got a clean bill of health. And he's jagging goals and taking marks. 8-10-58, 6-9-45. Almost 6 gone, third term, Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
It's great to see. It was one of the first times tonight he's been able to get separation from Michael Hurley. Hurley's worn him like a glove most of the night. But the body work, probably when the ball was 40 metres away, it was just after it was kicked. He put the body on Hurley, knocked him off balance, was allowed to get 5 metres on Hurley and then took a really good mark.
Great moment in the game. Jared Ruffhead kicks his first goal. Cbus super special comments there from Nathan Brown. Cbus award-winning super for the building and construction industry. But for McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy, 13 points up the Hawks, 6.5 third term. They work it out of the centre, bouncing ball to half forward. Wrestling with Schoenmakers, wrestled off the footy. Hartley gives it to McGrath for the Bombers. Hand pass smothered, big pack around this parish to Heppel. Little hand pass Zaharakis. Kick was smothered by Shields. Shields tries to tap it to Burgoyne, did well. Hand pass Puopolo, McDonald, Tip and Woody laid the tackle. Goes back by hand to Duray. Long kick inside forward 50 for the Hawks. Bagley drops back. Did he drop the mark? McGrath was in there. McGrath.
I swear this holding the ball rule's been changed again somehow, Schwatter. Tirioli laid a great tackle before inside forward 50 on Gleeson, not paid. Then again, Tip and Morty, massive tackle. Player had every opportunity to get rid of it. Umpire calls play on.
Cbus award-winning super for the building and construction industry. Brownie delivering it nicely. Zach Merritt, another possession. Kick goes to McKernan. Slight confusion, got a man forward. If Danaher can get it long, green, but goes short. Not a good kick, was going for hooker. Vickery got in the way, patted it to himself, cleaned up, laid a handball to Billy Hartung. Over to Frawley, through defensive 50, chipping ball. Tipperwoody's been put down behind by Mitchell. They're away, Hawthorn, and Mitchell's given a poor free kick away.
Didn't need to do it.
Oh, Tommy. McDonald, Tip and Woody, kicks inside. The leader is Danaher. Sort of threw himself forward, spills to Josh Green. He's 40 out. Low kick though. Vickery will mark at full back. Needed to be high. Kicked across the body, rushed it. Vickery at full back, kick short back pocket to Henderson. And Ricky Henderson just slows things down for the Hawks. Holds the footy to his hip. Looks broadcast side. That's where he stands. Deep back pocket. Now a long kick towards the wing. Schoenmaker's strength worked his way to the front. Couldn't complete the mark. Now he's tackled. Gang tackle by the Bombers. Parrish put his head over it. Won it. 60 from Essendon's goal. Hand pass Hartley. Hand pass Goddard. Hand pass Merritt. Won't get around Rioli. Good pressure Rioli on the kick. It just goes high. 55 out from home. Heppel flies a second time. Hand pass McKernan to Goddard. Low ball towards Zaharakis. Great ball Burgoyne. Parrish has gone again. Dragged on the kick by Stratton. Good pressure Hawks. Ball out of bounds on the full.
Outstanding pressure from Hawthorn.
Zach Merritt's Bosch Tool numbers, please, Brownie.
30.
30 disposals, and we haven't even got the 9-minute mark of the third term. Tip and Woody gets in the way.
30.
How many? Say that again.
30.
And Kelly over to Tip and Woody. They'll get a repeat entry. Caresses the ball on his left boot. Danaher just put a saddle on the opponent. No whistle. Duray was the man. He wants a free kick. It's not coming. And the Bombers version of Langford will have a shot at goal. Tight angle, 25 out. Just talk us through the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay as Danaher literally mounted Duray.
Yeah, it was a free kick. Umpire didn't pick it up, but this is a huge kick for the Bombers, for a huge kick for a young man. 13 points difference. Hawthorn are swarming all over the Bombers. They need to answer with this kick. It's a huge kick in the context of the game.
Kyle Langford, 12 goals, 17 games. He starts it right, it hangs.
Oh, Kyle.
And fades late through for behind. 46-58, 12-point lead. Hawthorn, 9.5 played. Third term, Beaumont Tile scoreboard. Macca's delicious new gourmet creations, Baz.
Yep.
Pack up the Chariot and drive through the drive-through tonight, because gourmet burgers available in drive-through everywhere, right around the globe.
Spot on, Swatter. They are absolutely beautiful. You can make them Your own. Kick out towards half-back. Hartung's got it for the Hawks. His rush kick's gone straight to Hooker. He marks for the Bombers 60 from the punt road goals. Will Goddard screaming for it at centre-half forward. BJ demanded it. Kale said, don't worry about it, I've got it. Kicks to Danaher in the pocket. He's the target and he's got it. Oh, he lost his opponent. He fell behind. Was it Burgoyne? It was. Went forward, went hard.
I reckon he's going to snap this one. I don't think he wants to kick it straight on.
So he's right forward pocket, and you're spot on, Brownie. He points himself towards the centre of the ground, puts the footy on the deck. Now picks it up. He'll kick it across the body. Punt road end, 25 out. Oh, he's put it across the face as it's just snuck in for a point. Bombers struggling to find the goal. 6-11-47. Hawthorn 8-10-58. Hawks by 11 points. 10.5 third term. Triple M Beaumont Toll scoreboard.
Might be a touch old-fashioned, Brownie, but that was a big kick. Would you
Huge
not
kick.
go back and just do a normal set shot at goal?
Not if you're Joe Danaher. Just with the way his head is with his kicking, I think he feels like it's a safer option.
All right, fair enough. Seabus special comments from Nathan Brown. Goddard takes the mark. Darts the ball to Tipper.
He won't miss. He's as good at kickers in the AFL right now, left and right foot, this man.
Gives a handball off. Stationary target. Stanton pulls the trigger. Must kick the goal. Needs to kick the goal and does. Hop up from underneath the bench, Baz. It's okay. They breathe a wee bit of life back into the contest. Tipper to Stanton. Stanton for the goal, and it's a 5-point ball game. 7-11-53. 8-10-58, 11.5 gone. Triple M Beaumont Toll scoreboard.
Well, it worked out, Swat. I don't like that. I'd rather someone snap it like Danaher did. I don't like players who mark it 40 metres out and then handball it to somebody on the run under pressure. But it worked out. As I said, he's the best kick left and right foot in the competition just about right now. So a huge 5 minutes coming up for the Bombers. If I was John Worsfold, I'd be getting the runner out to all the senior players, just saying this 5 or 10 minute period right now, I know it's only round one, but this is huge. We can't allow Hawthorn to control the game. We can't allow them to get a cheaper. We need to be right on our intensity. We need to work. We need to smother them. We need to work hard. We need to get the next one.
For McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy. McKernan punches it forward for the Bombers. Running back Langford for the Hawks. Did well, got in front of the big man. Under pressure they are at half-back now. Free kick to the Hawks. Bob Jane teammates, Robbo.
Yeah, McAvoy got hurt just before that centre bounce. It was interesting. He hardly jumped off the ground in the middle then.
Nicely done, Robbo. Kick is good. Tom Mitchell, Bosch Tools.
Tom Mitchell, number 22, number 23 coming up.
The leading possession winner on the ground is
Zach Merritt
with
30.
high ball inside 50. Camped underneath it. Good mark. I like this kid a lot. Paddy Ambrose, free kick going Vickery's way. Shepherding against Hartley. No, Gleeson on the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay. Brownie, agree? Disagree?
Yes.
Good call by the umpire.
Very good call by the umpire.
So Gleeson blocked the run of Vickery.
Yep.
And Ambrose was canked underneath it, but this is no certainty.
This is a big kick.
It is. They lead by 5 points. The former Tiger.
Every Hawthorn supporter just takes a big, deep breath.
So
So we've got this man. Now let's kick it through, big boy.
So he's on the runway. He'll kick from 45. Methodical approach. Gets close to the man on the mark. Pushes it across the face of goal or behind, and the Bronx cheers. 6-point ball game. 59-53. 13.5 gone. Hawthorn's way for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy.
63 plays 22 up at Metricon Stadium. Gold Coast kicked their third goal. Still a long way behind. 41 points. 4 minutes to go.
Short kick in. Gleeson puts the Bombers under pressure. Langford's got this hand past Gunston. Another one to Ricky Henderson. Tried to spin out of a tackle from Gleeson and sneak out a hand pass. That was smothered out of bounds. But the Hawks lock it inside their forward 50. It's only 25 around from their goal at the city end. Members side of the ground. Boundary umpire will throw it in. Hawthorn by 6 points. 14 minutes third term. Big pack around it. The nominated ruckman, Danaher, got the slap. Rough head gets dragged to the ground. Bruce gets a hand pass. Snap on goal from 20's a ripper. Oh, he doesn't miss many. Luke Bruce, that's a beauty. And the Hawks are back out to a 12-point lead after his first goal. 9-11-65 they are. 7-11-53 the Bombers. 14.5 third term on the Triple M Beaumont Toll scoreboard.
That was good, a boundary throw in inside forward 50 set up I've seen for a long time. Hawthorn, so the ruckman was there. All their players started on the boundary side, and the Essendon players started on the boundary side of them. The space was over the back. Now, what they all did was 5 of them all moved together, all charged together. It was like just a rugby scrum and maul, and the space over the back, they all kept moving. Roughhead was the first one, then O'Meara was the next one. Bruce was there too. They just kept pushing the ball forward and kicked the goal. It was a very good setup.
Seabus super special comments, Nathan Brown. Seabus, whether you're on the tools or in the office, Seabus is built to last, just like Brownie.
Yep.
Mitchell, another possession to half forward for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Bombers defenders have to be good here. Gleeson ducked under a swinging tackle of Langford. Wrapped up. We'll have it thrown up. 40 out directly in front. 12-point lead. Brisbane, Gold Coast, Brownie.
41 points, the difference still 2.5 minutes to go before half-time in that game.
3 goals to 2 in this turn. Hawthorn lead by 2 straight goals. Brownie, Robbo, Baz, Swatter, McAvoy got around his man. Danaher in the ruck. Ball spills free. Merritt's been everywhere and in everything. Gleeson overruns the ball. Hawthorn see it out of bounds and will have it tossed in 45 around from the Hawks' goal.
Well, the atmosphere all night's been electric, but the Hawks hold sway. They led by 8 points at half-time. They now lead by 12 points, 15 and a half into the third term, and they're inside forward 50, and the Bombers are under pressure again. Hurley did well from the boundary throw in, hand pass to Watson, short kick onto the chest of Parrish, just outside defensive 50, Southern stand side of the ground. Kick to the wing, missed the target, it's all allowed Jure in, tried to take on the tackler, he's gone. That was Langford for the Bombers, just hesitated, and young Langford wrapped him up. Boundary side, he goes inboard to McGrath, 20 metres in, and he marks on the edge of the centre square.
What's
defensive
the
side.
debutant number 1 draft pick had for Bosch Tools?
He's had 15 disposals.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, Brownie. Would have
Yeah,
thought first game. Stamp getting busy. Chipping ball. Hartley back to McGrath. Back to Hartley by hand. Piompolo got a hand in there. O'Meara sockers it off the ground. Getting back is Gleeson. No, it's Hurley. Did well. Got boot to ball while the other one was helped. Roughhead tracks a bouncing ball. Shovels a handball. Got it off to Stratton. Fires one back to Ruff. Goes short and wide. Got men out.
So the Hawks to come back inside again. Long ball towards full forward. Piompolo's at the back. Hurley got a fist on it. Bounces behind and through for a point. Hawks up by 13 points now. 17 minutes third term. Doing well. The Hawks. Triple M Beaumont Tiles scoreboard.
Heppel. What's the skipper had?
Dyson Heppel, number 17. This will be number 18.
Chipping ball over the top. Danaher presents, takes the mark. Gets a little bit of a massage to the back of the bonds from Gibson. Earlier today, it was St Kilda going down to Melbourne by 30. Port Adelaide dished out a 28-point defeat to Sydney at the SCG. Green paddles it to Fantasia. Handball back Green. The former line. Chipping ball over the top. Got Langford. Takes the mark. Tight in the pocket, wants to play on. Snap, Pyakaroon! Through for a behind, he's had 2 shots. Kyle for 2 behinds. Back to a 12-point ball game on the Beaumont Tiles scoreboard. Careless.
Yeah, it was. He almost could have waited, had a couple of players running over the top of the goals. He just panicked a little bit. He missed his last one. He wanted to get rid of it quickly. He was in the pocket. It was going to be a tight little shot, no matter if he had a snap or a straight kick, but he just rushed at the young man.
Tommy Mitchell's got it inside defensive 50. Kick to Luke Bruce, who led wide, has gone out in the full. So young McGrath for Essendon will bring it back in. Quickly kicks to Heppel forward to the wing outer side. Wants to play on the skipper. Goes back by hand to Stanton. Low ball inside to Watson's good. He's just inside forward 50. 45-degree angle. He's marked this 48 out.
So look at the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay screen. Clarko going berserk in the box.
Well, he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't even dropped it onto his boot, Brown. He's got a standing ovation, Jobe Watson. The hand passes off. The kick will come about 20 from home. Sicily flies. No mark. 10 from the Bombers' goal. Offhands Fantasia! Wowee! He's got 4. Brownie's man has kept the Bombers in it. 8-12-60 they are. Hawthorn 9-12-66. 19 minutes third term. Triple M Beaumont Tiles scoreboard. He knows where they are, Brownie.
Doesn't get much better than that, Barry. Then two Hawthorn players confused. One of them was McAvoy. He probably should have been allowed to go for the mark. Another defender came in, fisted it away, and then out of mid-air, Orazio picked the ball up, had people tackling him. It's an innate sense to know where your foot, where your hand, where the goals are without looking at it, and that young man's got it. He's kicked 4, and he is a light.
Robbo
I tell you what, Clarkson's had enough of the box. He might punch the plaster out of it up there. He's back down here. He's going off the coach. Why not? The Bombers are close.
Bob Jane T Marks, good work, Robbo. For McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy. 6-point lead to the Hawks. Mitchell, he's pole driven by Watson. Momentum shifting back towards the Bombers. Watson, that's a finger breaker. Kicked it better than Mickey Martin. That's easier said than done. Coming off half back, can't get it free. The Hawks. Mitchell again, deft handball through heavy traffic. Got it to McAvoy. Bouncing ball, beautifully gathered by Bruce on the southern wing.
Just waits for the option, presents from Puopolo. Hard running, Marks 20 metres away. There's another hard runner, handball to Smith. He'll load up, no, he goes short, good. Puts it onto the chest of Vickery, who marks forward, pocket about 35 out. The two speedsters combined, Puopolo and Isaac Smith, ends up with Vickery, who had a shot about 5 minutes ago. Brownie, this one tighter angle and a little bit closer to home.
Well, he's normally a fairly good set shot at goal. There's one thing he does do well, is kick through the footy. Now, he'd be a bit nervous after the last one, but I reckon I'll back him in for this one.
So Ty Vickery for his first goal for his new club, if he can slot this, and to give Hawthorn a 12-point lead, 21 third term, steps up to the plate at the city end. He's hooked it. Hawks up by 7 points. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard. She's pretty hot in the kitchen at the moment at the MCG.
What's happening around the grounds, Brownie?
It is half-time up there, and it is a big, big lead to the Brisbane Lions. They are 69, and they are 23 of the Gold Coast Suns.
Near aerial imagery, ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have it tossed in. 21 and a half gone here, third term. 13-point lead to the Bombers at quarter time. 8-point lead off the back of a 4-goal to 1 second term to the Hawks. They got it out to 13 points twice in this term, but Essendon have whittled it back. They trail by 7. They'll have it thrown up. Right half forward flank, northern side. Hawks to the city end. Plenty of players around the pill. Umpire McInerney throws it up. McKernan got hit high by a careless Vickery, but no whistle. Goddard will attack the ball. Head was almost taken off. Shields got a handball, forward of the ball. Henderson, Collier, one way, then the other. Hit the accelerator, did it beautifully. Delivers a bouncing ball to Heppel. Got rid of Gibson. Great cagey play. Got Danaher out over the top.
And he's got him swat up. He's about 70 from home. Boundary side, Tippenwoody on his own inside. Hand pass Heppel. Now Tippenwoody covered. Got a fly for the mark, 30 out. Punched away by Chip Frawley. Ground level ball. Hawks with the numbers. Burgoyne swoops on it. Clean possession. Rush kick though straight to Josh Green. And the Bombers will go towards forward 50.
Starts the ball to Goddard. One more before three-quarter time would be handy. BJ, bad kick. Oh no, Rioli got the mark. Parrish, darting ball. Got Zaharakis. He likes a big stage in front of a big crowd to Zaha. Anzac Day. He's done it before. They trail by 7. They'll go Boonana at the punt road end if he nails it.
Well, you said there was a momentum shifter before, Schwatter, and definitely in the last 11 minutes, the Bombers are +8 up in disposals, but more importantly, controlling the footy, +13 in marks in that time, and 3 more inside 50.
Zaharakis directly in front, 45 out, stuttery kick. Kicks the goal. It's a 1-point ball game. The temperature out there's gone up. The temperature in here's been up all night. And I've worked it out. Baz wants the aircon off so he can drop a couple of kegs. Bombers trail by a point. Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
Yeah, it's been a big 15 minutes for the Bombers. They looked out on their feet at one stage, and it's been a big answer, and they've won it by running and carrying. Their handball receive rate at the moment in the last 11 minutes, +12 in the handball receives. We know the Hawks aren't a far side. They've missed a couple of goals, and then Essendon the last 2 times Vickery's missed a goal have pretty much gone end to end without Hawthorn touching the footy and kicking a goal.
Oh boy. Well, if you like walking along the beach on a hot summer's day, you'll be listening to Nathan Brown tonight. Seabus super special comments. What a game for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. We knew it was going to be a beauty. It hasn't let us down. Tapped down to Goddard for the Bombers. Tackled and lost it. Hawks come in numbers. Billy Hartung wrestles the ball and a short kick to half forward. Cyril cops a big bump. Rode it well. Tommy Mitchell grabs it for the Hawks. Tommy fires to the left of the goals from 40 and kicks a point. 2 points. Hawthorn's lead now. 24 and a half third term. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
Just under 5 to go. The third term. It's been a great response from this Bomber outfit. So Hurley to himself, goes towards Goddard, got 3 Hawks, Stratton dropped it, then shovels it out, goes nowhere. Quick handball from Roughead out the back door, but they're away here. Fantasia's got 4. Tipper said, give me the pill, give me some space, give me some room. Danaher can go back to Fantasia. Look at Heppel, pushing hard, running hard, gut running, takes the mark edge of the square.
Great kick.
Transition football off half-back, absolutely sensational.
What about the calmness of Tipper Morty, though? Every time he looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble, he just slows the game down and lets everybody come to him, makes the right decision again.
So the new skipper, taken over from Watson, can wrestle the lead back. Back-to-back goals to the Bombers. In fact, 3 consecutive goals. Essendon have their noses in front by 4 points. 10-12-72, 9-14-68, 25 and a half gone. Beaumont Tiles scoreboard. Good to have the footy back, Brownie.
It certainly is, and they've done it just through absolute pure gut running the Bombers, and they're running the Hawks off their feet at the moment. Chains of handballs, diagonal kicks on the 45, just breaking up Hawthorn's zone or the web or Clarko's cluster, whatever you want to call it. But for the last 15 minutes, they have sliced through it just with really fast-paced running, really good use of the football, and using angles on the ball as well. Not just going down one side, but one way, then the other, through the middle, out slicing through half forward. It's been pretty to watch.
Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay. He brushed the hair from the eyes, took the mark. Arm yourself with a flu vaccination. Book oil at chemistwarehouse.com.au. For McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy. Bombers out of the centre. Long kick to half forward. Kick off the ground will go out of bounds on the full, and it will be a free kick to the Bombers, I think, as the umpire and the boundary umpire confer. Now the field umpire is saying to the boundary umpire, throw it back in. Sean Burgoyne doesn't look happy. Streams over there, but he won't change his mind, so it's a boundary throw-in. 25 around from the Bombers' goal. They led it by 4 points, closing in on three-quarter time. Tapped down by McKernan, got it to Hooker. High kick to full forward, Danaher in front, won't mark. Free kick to Danaher. Held on to. Umpire came screaming in as the Hawks went to run it away, and Big Joe can have a shot from 20.
Gibbo looks a bit bemused. We'll wait for the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay screen as we have a look at it. They're showing the wrong replay. You would have thought they would have shown the replay of the hold with the mark. Here it comes right now. Got his both arms around him. Got a fist on the jumper. Ticky Touchwood, but to the letter of the law, that one's there, Schwatter.
Yes, Brownie. Seabus.
Thanks for agreeing.
Danaher, Bombers. They lead it by 10 points. Joe's got 2. The joint's jumping here at the MCG. 4 in a row for Essendon. As we close in on three-quarter time, the Bombers 11-12-78, the Hawks 9-14-68. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
Hawthorn led by 12 points at the 18-minute mark. It's been a massive turnaround, 22-point turnaround of the Bombers. And I'll tell you what, is this crowd up and about now? Danaher looks dangerous. Everybody looks dangerous. But that man, Zach Merritt, he's had a truckload, but he's still only on 30 possessions.
All right, 23-point swing. When Bruce kicked his first, Hawthorn led by 12. But as Baz said, they've kicked the last 4, the Bombers, and they are up. To McDonald's, Triple M rocks footy, free kick going against McKernan. McAvoy's way. Lays a handball off, got a man drifting to the southern wing. It's Jure, drops a long, probing left foot kick, but it was without any thought. Gleeson, not a good kick. Bouncing ball to half-back. Hawthorn to mop up. O'Meara, one way, gave a handball off. Jure, did he step out of bounds deliberately? Not according to the umpire. We'll have it tossed in. 10-point lead to the Bombers. It's been a great response.
Beaumont Tile scoreboard. Beaumont tradies get a free angle grinder kit with every pallet of CTA A50. Terms and conditions apply. As we close in on three-quarter time, 29 minutes third term, boundary throw in. They pile in on top. The umpire will ball it up. In front of the great southern stand. Al Clarkson on the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay. Don't forget to arm yourself with a flu vaccination. Book early at chemistwarehouse.com.au/flu. Bombers from the clearing ball. Goes to half forward. Danaher between 2 Hawks. Doesn't mark. Back in the pack, Zaharakis. 40 out, boundary line. Fires. And out in the full. Misses everything. Essendon hold a 10-point lead. Hawthorn led by 8 points at half-time. We're 29.5 into the third term.
1:58 to go, third term. Tails are up for the Bombrays. Hawks, well, they might get a stern talking to from Clarko, because as Robbo said before for Bob Jane teammates, he's had enough the coach's box. He's blowing a gasket on the boundary line. Loose ball. Smith charges at it, paddles it to Rioli, sockers it off the ground, but into the waiting arms of Paddy Ambrose. Lays a handball off to Pops Kelly. Switches the ball to Collier. Got a man, Parrish, on the half-forward flank broadcast side, and that's where he goes.
Spot on, Swatter. Floating ball, 35, 40 metres into his arms. He's got it boundary side, 65 from Essendon's goal. They lead by 10 points. Three-quarter time closing in. Long kick to a massive pack. Goddard punched it outside. Shields has got to go. Fantasia on his hammer. Shields kicked it off the ground. Outside defensive 50. Sicily. He's got Ambrose all over him. Ball spills to young Langford for the Bombers. One way then the other. Hand pass back to Ambrose. 55 out. Another one to McKernan. Standing start. 52.
Oh, wow!
Well, he won't forget that for a long time in game 50. 5 in a row for the Bombers. Sean McKernan gets involved. Essendon, they're out to a 16-point lead. 31 minutes third term. Triple M Beaumont Cole scoreboard.
Oh, their pace is killing them at the moment. The Hawks are absolutely out on their feet. Uncontested possessions only in this quarter, 63 to 37, plus 26 in uncontested possessions. They are just running through tackles at the moment. Hawthorn can't lay a hand on them. There's just a groundswell of Bombers running and carrying, and at the moment they cannot put a foot wrong.
Robbo, Al Clarkson's reaction, please.
You do not want to come off the ground as a Hawthorn player. Dure's just run at him. I tell you what, he's copped the biggest spray of all time. They're staying out there. They don't want to be on the bench.
Well, the Bombers, they lead by 16. 1 minute to go. O'Meara for McDonald's. Triple M rocks footy. Pumps it in the direction of Roughhead. Good spoil. Kelly kept his composure. Hot handball. Got it to Ambrose. No damage done. Ball goes out of bounds. Under a minute to play. Third term. They have kicked 5 unanswered goals. And 6 of the last 7, the Bombers. It's been a stirring response. 84-68. They've got to be good right now.
Massive pack, forward pocket for the Hawks. Free kick, shepherding. It'll go Hawthorn's way in the ruck.
They've got a few free kicks this quarter, Hawthorn. Have a look at the Triple M Chemist Warehouse replay screen. Bombers supporters a little bit bemused, putting at the scoreboard. Can't believe what's going on. Big boy Ben McAvoy, he's going to take the free kick. Let's have a look at it. Comes up now, and it's shepherding in the ruck against Merritt. Merritt just sort of unfortuitously got in the wrong spot.
You just can't be in the area. He got in the way of McAvoy.
Goal, Swatter.
Thank you.
20 seconds left to go in this term. 15. McAvoy steps up, 45-degree angle, 35 out. Slots it home. 2 to McAvoy. 10-point lead to the Bombers. The Hawks get a late one, third term, 32.5 in. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
Well, it was definitely there, wasn't it? Because poor old Zach Merritt, he didn't really realise where the ruckmen were. He was trying to get out of the way, and unfortunately got in McAvoy's way. And McAvoy made the umpire see it, and the umpire had no option but to play the free kick. And I tell you what, at one point, Schwatter, you said the momentum was turning, and you called it absolutely beautifully, because that point, the Bombers were still behind by 10 points, but you could feel the momentum coming. That is maybe a little bit of a momentum stopper at the moment, but there's only a handful of seconds to go, so the Bombers will still go into this three-quarter time siren.
Yeah, it hurts.
Really cock a hoop.
7 seconds to go. It just lets the jam out of the nicely baked Essendon donut. Burgoyne dropped the ball on the outer wing. Siren sounds. Fantasia and Sicily at half-back. A little bit of argy-bargy. Fantasia goes, hey sis, I've got Paul. You want to fight a bit? And they come in. Rioli's got hands of lightning. Gibson comes in. Ambrose will bang anyone, even a teammate just wants to hit ahead.
Yeah, BJ looks angry, Swatter.
No, a little bit of composure. And BJ comes in and gives a gobful to Sicily. It's been a great third quarter. We got a cracking fourth term coming your way. Go to the fridge, get a cold soft drink, and go to the toilet and refresh yourself and come back. A big fourth term coming up. 12-12-84. Hawthorn 10-14-74. Bombers by 10 points for McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy. Three-quarter time at the MCG in an absolute cracker. Two clubs, real rivalry, Hawthorn and Essendon. And it's the Bombers who lead it by 10 points at three-quarter time. 12-12-84. The Hawks at 10-14-74. The Bombers led by 13 at quarter time. Hawks by 8 at half-time. 7-4 in that third quarter the Bombers' way, and they lead it by 10 points. The scoring end all night, though, has been the punt road end in which Hawthorn will go to in this final term. Barry Denner, Wayne Schross calling the action tonight. Robbo's downstairs, and this man looking after us, the superstar Nathan Brown.
I just want to take you through the stats from 11 minutes into that third quarter to the end of the quarter where Essendon absolutely dominated. It tells an amazing picture. Uncontested possessions 39-21, 18 plus. The inside 50s were +5. Time in possession, Bombers were 48%, Hawthorn 31%. But it all stemmed from holding the footy and being able to not give it back to the Hawks. 25 marks to 6, and their handball receives through the roof. 6 goals 2 to 1 goal 4 in that period, and they were 20 up in possessions. But what's more impressive is the way they controlled the footy. You think with the ball being in Essendon's end that often, their backman at Hawthorn would have probably had a touch of the footy, but Frawley did not touch the footy in that time. Henderson didn't touch the footy. Gibson didn't touch the footy. Birchall didn't touch the footy. Stratton had 1 disposal. Burgoyne 1 disposal. So their starting 6 defenders, Hawthorn, had 2 possessions between them, 20 minutes when the ball was in their end of the ground.
That's the thoughts of the Tiger Bulldog champ, Nathan Brown. Great to have him back on board where he belongs in the Triple M box on a Saturday night, Friday night, Thursday night, and even Sundays, I guess.